What's up guys, it's Average Ol making average content for the average viewer, and today I want to give you guys my best tips for how to get more kills in Battlefield 2042. This game, amongst all of the chaos and the craziness, actually has some pretty interesting mechanics and features that when implemented correctly can actually get you some pretty nasty scores and see your KD shooting sky high. And you know what they say, a big KD means you have a massive P. Well, actually, no one says that, but you get my point. These tips will range from simple beginner tips to niche ones, so stick around because you might just end up learning something. But before we get on with the tips, I just want to say thank you so much for the support on yesterday's video, and if you find value in this content, it would be great if you'd give it a like, and if you want to see more, slap that subscribe button like it just called you daddy. So let's get on with it. Number 1, understand the attachments. First of all, before I get on with the tip, look at this skin. The game completely bugged out and gave me this absolutely awesome looking glittery skin that looks like a unicorn just bust this load all over it. I love it. Anyway, my point here is, if you look at the PBX for example, halfway through its progression you unlock the rattlesnake light grip. This gives you accuracy whilst you're moving and makes you less accurate when you're standing still. When you read it out loud, this sounds like it's super obvious, but let me tell you, I for one, and I don't know about you, still felt like I should be standing still if I was trying to shoot enemies at a further distance. What accuracy means in this game is that the higher the accuracy of the weapon, the less bloom and randomness you get in the shots. What this means is when you're using the rattlesnake light grip attachment for example, you'll actually be getting more accurate shots if you're strafing when you're shooting your enemies. The reason that I bring this up is because the last grip that you unlock for the PBX is the Cobra grip, and this is the complete opposite, giving you more accuracy whilst you're standing still. Because it's the last unlock of the game, you automatically think that it's going to be the best. However, for this gun, it's completely useless when most of the time you'll be running around because it's an SMG. So make sure that you choose these attachments wisely. Something that works well for an SMG in the playstyle that you run whilst using that will work dramatically different if you're using it on an assault rifle. Number 2. Flank. Look, I briefly went over this in yesterday's video when I was teaching you how to rank up more, but I really do want to drive this point home. The best way of getting loads and loads of kills in Battlefield 2042 is going to be to flank. It's literally like taking candy from a baby. Apart from in this case, this baby can't even see you. So it's like taking candy from a deaf, dumb and blind baby. It's super easy and you have to take advantage of this. My main tip here is to use Sundance or McKay. For myself personally, I use Sundance pretty much exclusively. The reason for this is because of her wingsuit, you'll be able to absolutely soar past enemies without them even realizing that you went above them. A parachute makes you super slow and super easy to see, but when you're gliding through the air at absolutely incredible speeds, most enemies won't look up and notice you. Now another thing, when you hit level 15, you'll unlock the tactical insert, and this really is a game changer when it comes to flanks. All you have to do is wingsuit behind the enemy and place that tactical insert on a game of Breakthrough for example, and then all of a sudden your squad can follow you there as well, making it super easy to capture their back point and really contribute to the team whilst getting an absolute insane amount of kills. Number 3, adapt, improvise, overcome. SMGs are super fun and they're my preferred playstyle, but it's not always the case that it's the best time to use an SMG. For example, if you're playing Breakthrough and you're holding the line defending, playing as an SMG class might get you some fun kills occasionally, but 9 times out of 10, your best play is going to be to take cover and pick people off as they run towards you. Thing is, it's up to the attackers to try and push you. There is no benefit from you and your team to push up to the line where the enemies are coming from. If you can position yourself strategically so that you can overlook the objective whilst having a powerful longer range gun like an assault rifle or a marksman rifle, then this will dramatically increase your kills tenfold. Equally, if you're the sort of person who already plays in this sort of playstyle, perhaps consider going out of your comfort zone and switching to an SMG on those more rushy moments within a game, and I promise you, once you get a bit of practice in this playstyle, you'll absolutely be killing it. Number 4, learn vehicle strengths. Now this one's an obvious one. Obviously, if you're playing as the team's heavy tank, then the main purpose of you being in that tank is to push up to the objective and clear it out and make it very, very hard for the infantry to push back. But there's one thing that I really want to drive home, and I had the best time ever doing it last night, and that is to really try out the hovercraft if you have a friend to play with. I predominantly play as a solo player, but last night I played with a friend of mine and he was in the gun seat of the hovercraft and I was driving it on breakaway on breakthrough, and oh my god, we nearly hit 100 kills between us just because we were able to absolutely dominate the enemy in the open icy areas of the map. Also, on top of this, the maneuverability of the hovercraft is unparalleled, and it is so easy to outmaneuver and dodge pretty much anything that the enemy has to offer. If you see a tank, it's so quick and so simple to turn around and get out of its line of sight, and similarly, if there is an enemy who is locking onto you, you can just zoom away to the other side of the map and they'll forget all about you, only for you to come straight back and start farming them once again. This tip is almost exclusively about the hovercraft at this point because I really think it's being so underutilized. And because this video is not going to get very many views because I'm not a very big creator, it means that only you guys will be fighting for position to get that hovercraft, meaning that you can get it pretty much every single spawn, which is absolutely incredible. Number 5. Think about where you are spawning. This one is so important. If you've come from games like Call of Duty where you're used to, if you die, you just spawn straight back into the game and just go through the meat grinder over and over again, this tip might help you a hell of a lot. The temptation is, as soon as you get to that spawn screen, you just want to get straight back into the action, but you really need to just take a second and think about what is going on there. For example, if you've literally just died next to your squad mates and you want to spawn straight back on them, consider that maybe it's not the best play. Perhaps spawning at the objective just behind where you just died would be a much better place, so you could take a wider angle and come from a place where the enemy isn't expecting you. Similarly, if your teammates are both sniping on a hill somewhere, then if you spawn on them, it's going to take you ages to run into the fight. You won't be getting any kills, and 9 times out of 10 a vehicle player will absolutely decimate you in the middle of an open field, and you'll quit the game and cry and eat a whole tub of Ben and Jerry's every single night until you get so fat that your missus leaves you. You see, it's not good if you don't think about where you're spawning. But anyway, that's about it. My 5 best tips for how to get more kills in Battlefield 2042. Like I said, some of these are for beginners and some of these are things I really think a lot of people don't know. If you do like this content, please let me know down in the comments, because it would be absolutely awesome if I could keep making consistent Battlefield 2042 tips and tricks videos for you. Now, for those of you who have watched my channel for a while, you'll know that I love to see who sticks around until the end. So if you're still here, I'd like you to let me know by answering this question down in the comments. Would you rather have no nostrils or no eyelids? Anyway, that's it from me today. I'm Average Joel. Peace.
I just get so scared about it.